What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're going to be taking a look at a playtest that just opened up for the developers of Wolcen's new game, a title called Gods, Death, and Reapers. As I understand it, this is kind of like a mashup of what it would look like if you took a game like Diablo or Path of Exile, and you tried to hybridize that with the entire extraction survival genre. I have played this game exactly zero. I didn't even know that it was coming, but it just popped up inside my Steam inventory as one of those games that I must have signed up for the playtest some time ago, so I figured why not make hay while the sun is shining, and let's just make a video on it. Let's check it out and see if we have a good time with it. If after watching this you did want to check this game out, I got a link for you down below in the description where the playtest is open for right now. I don't know if they announced when it's going to run till, so if you're interested in this title, you should probably pop on it quick, but from there's going to be a bunch of other Nerd Castle links down below just in case you wanted to give them the old saucy click. But let's dive on into Gods, Death, and Reaper. Realms of Fate is apparently the only server or civilization that I can be a part of for right now. There's two different gameplay modes. There's a PvP gameplay mode where you're playing against other players. There's also a story mode. For the purpose of today, because we're trying to do an impressions video and we're trying to appraise the quality of the various systems that exist, I'll probably go with story mode for right now. If we end up having time at the end of the video, maybe I'll queue up for a round where there's going to be other players around that can like kill you and jack your loot. But for the moment, I just kind of want to see what this game is all about, and I want to do it kind of uncontested for the time being. So it looks like we get to do character creation straight up front. It looks like there's some things we can fool around with. I'm just going to throw together a character really fast, and then we'll come back. That's about all we can do for right now. I don't think customization's actually fully fleshed out for the moment, so I just like randomized basically and threw it all together so that we could get inside of the game. Sweet, dude. I always wanted to be a blueberry ghosty man.
I saw your death. It was quite a good one as deaths go. Sorry to say though, your trials are far from over. Join the others. We must witness him first. We shall speak more later.
I'm not gonna lie to you, when I die, I really hope I get to be a ghost. Like, I feel like I do a really good job at banging chains and terrifying children. That seems like an awesome way to spend eternity to me, just messing with people, dude. Do I have a weapon? Oh my god, okay, apparently I do. I'll smack these guys up then. Oh, I gotta pass through them to avoid damage? Alright. I went straight to murder by default. I figured it was gonna be that kind of game. What's on this dead guy over here? So we've got defeat your enemies with rapid attacks, strike them from afar, or we can crush them and be inevitable. I'm really torn right now because I really like spears, but I also really like warhammers. Tough call. I'm gonna go with the spear though, I guess. We'll be a spear guy. Oh, am I throwing the spear like a javelin? Hold on, I don't want to throw the spear. I wanted to stab. I thought I was gonna have like a big 8-foot long spear, bro. Yeah, I didn't read that right there. It said javelin and shield, so that's my fault for being illiterate. I'm gonna go with the warhammer. I actually just made a new character real fast because I came here to bonk, bro. Anybody that wants to get the bonks, they can get them right now. Show me something to bonk right this sec. That guy, he need to be bonked? Let's bonk him.
Damnation. More of you. As you tend to come, we have another wave of arrivals. Find one worthy of my attention, if such a thing exists amongst this rabble. We shall attend to those who remain later. One obelisk, one way out, one chance.
As a side note, I really like the cloth effects that they put on that guy's cloak.
For those still catching up, the bad news is that you are dead. These are not the afterlives you were promised. They too are gone. You hail from different places, different times. It's complicated. Who you were in life no longer matters. What matters now is what you can do in death. Unfortunately, this opportunity extends to only one of you. I suggest trial by combat.
Sure, as one does. If you got one job opening, life would be a lot simpler if you just went to war with the entire HR department to figure out who gets hired. I'd take that deal. Possibly not to the death, though. I don't think, like, a job is worth that. Jobs are kind of stupid to begin with, so why would you risk death for a job? But at the same time, you know, if we wanted to, like, fight to first blood in the lobby in front of the coffee machine to see who gets the job, feels reasonably fair. Like, I don't know, dude. It's got to be fairer than all the other criteria they judge jobs by. I have an ability called Thunderfall as of right now. That's going to be on my right click. Let's fall some thunder, bro. Yeah, that definitely felt like I was throwing a little bit of Thunder God energy around. I'll strafe around these dudes for a second and get back over here. So far, like, attacks feel okay-ish. Like, it feels like there's, I mean, I think it's the wind-up that's doing it, but I was going to say it almost feels like a little tiny bit delayed. But I think it's just because I'm using a heavy weapon that's got, like, a big-ass wind-up. Yeah, get that guy right there. Just incinerate him right this second. That felt pretty silky smooth, though, and if there's one thing you can say about the Wolcen developers, is that they know how to make compelling, good-looking graphics. Like, their games always look clean, whether or not they're good. Our new ability is Shattering Strike. Okay. Well, let us shatter the enemy. What does Shattering Strike actually do? Strike the ground, launching debris in front of you in a cone and stunning your enemies. Okay, I like anything that gives me a little bit of an opener right there. Uh-huh. Is it costing me, like, energy or anything to do all this? Am I building up rage or anything? Kind of like World of Warcraft style? Ow, dude. I just got hit by a giant booger. Gross, dude. Whirlwind. Yeah, we gotta have the whirlwind, man. That's like that old... Yeah. There it is. Let's go. I'm probably going to put that on my right click because I'm going to spam it like a filthy animal. Because, you know, Whirlwind Barbarian builds are always fun in every single action RPG ever. Who doesn't love spin to win, man? It's that old reliable, you know what I mean? And then finally, we've got Reaper's Pursuit. Okay, perform a short dash that ends with a small AoE.
Knew I had a good feeling about you.
Well...
There's an obelisk some way up ahead. That's the way out. You seem to have competition, however. You've just got to get to it first. Do what you have to do. I know I did.
Alright. I'm just gonna, like, lightning bolt you guys and then dash back out. And then, yeah, dude, spin to win. Who needs to use skill when luck will suffice? Just spam it all. Like, spin to win is basically the action RPG equivalent of button mashing in Street Fighter.
Like your rival's still in the running. So many warriors wasted. Not far to go.
Nya! Lightning! Ow. That's a big-ass dude, though. Like, while we're on the subject, that is a very, very large crab monster. Is there anything around here that I can loot? I can't help but notice there's multiple directions, and as the kind of guy that likes to explore, have you been squirreling away loot in any of these corners? A little AoE action right there. Light them up with the explosion, then spin them down. Yeah. How long does this last for? Do I have enough juice left in the... Oh, no, it ran out at the exact wrong moment. Oh, I am offendinated. All right, well, I'm going to beat your buddy to death because he was too close to my explosive stun attack. And then from there, I'll just, you know, just rapidly and successively bonk the rest of you into submission. Oh, beautiful. Hey, buddy. What are we doing over here? Would you... Ow. Okay, all right, all right. We can solve this right this second. Is that a bear? So you're saying that bear souls go to the exact same afterlife as the rest of us? Okay. I didn't know that the afterlife, heaven, whatever you want to call it, was going to be all-inclusive like that. Like bears were going to be showing up being like, hey, was I a good bear? We did get a new ability, Reaper's Harvest. Deal damage to a target and apply the Reaper's Mark debuff. If it dies with Reaper's Mark active, you get HP regen. Okay, yeah, go ahead and throw that in there.
Favorites, but here.
It looks like they gave me ability points. I'm probably just going to put most of it into Whirlwind. I'm a all eggs in one basket kind of guy. I just can't help myself. We were using our auto attack a lot, but I do like Thunderfall. We'll just spread it around a little bit. All right, let's jump over to the other side. Did I just turn into a human gravestone? That's kind of cool. I don't know what like art and aesthetic that this game is going for right now.
Looks like this one came from the same battle where you fought.
Blood of forefather and son. I defend.
Bjorn Scotty. Bjorn Scotty thought Scotty didn't know, bro. He didn't know. He didn't understand what was about to happen to him. He did have a Warhammer on him. I don't know if it's better than my Warhammer. It's 48 to 91. Mine's 51 to 95. There are like little slots on it, almost like gemstones or whatever, that you would have inside of any other action RPG. But for the moment, I don't actually know what those are or if I can unslot them. Maybe there's like a workbench or something like that that we can play around with. All right, get me out of here.
You made it then. Good, good. I hope you're ready to impress.
This was the best of them.
Well, they were the ones who got out.
Very well. You have proven to have qualities I need. Enter my service, serve a greater purpose, and make something of your untimely end. Or seek what meager solace you can amongst the dust of my domain. Make your choice.
Trust me, it's better than the alternative.
Can Ben and Jerry's be one of the alternatives, dude? I could go for some Americone Dream right now instead of just a never-ending quest for bloodshed, violence, and greed.
I am told this feels peculiar. Your soul is now bound to this Reformation Nexus. No matter what happens to your form, your spirit will return here. Now then, you need new attire.
Alright. I'd go for some new threads, man. What you got going on here? So we got our inventory rocking. It looks like it automatically put on my Reaper gloves. But we got like a fresh new fit. We're looking alright. We're definitely looking kind of graveyard chic right now. I can live with that. Like, if this guy shows up at your medieval town gates, you probably want to listen to what he says or prophesize, or I don't know. He's probably got the ability to speak to ravens or something.
Good. You, Reaper, shall serve. Adjutant, ensure this one is pointed in the correct direction.
Of course.
Reaper, you are to rebuild this sanctuary. It is yours, freely given. I have others like you to attend to. I depart.
That's how I'm going to announce my exit from every function from now on. I'm like, I depart.
Right then. A touch dramatic, that one. So, Sanctuary, this one is yours. We all get one. You'll need materials to improve yours, though. Come find me when you're done exploring. You'll be back here soon enough.
As per usual, you can't play any RPG or indie game nowadays without having a full-on contractor's license to rebuild something. Oh, look at that, I've got a mailbox. So now we know that Hell actually has a developed postal system, so that's good. You think they have their own email domain? You think they've upgraded that for me like yet? Whether or not we can fire off a saucy email on a Monday morning, let's dive into a portal and play some video.
Here is the portal. You're now one of the lucky few that gets to use it. From here, you can access the Broken Realms. Or will access, rather. Thing is, it needs mirror shards. Part of your trials as Reaper is the ability to navigate the sepulchral pit. I've left a mirror shard back there. You'll have to go and get it. Don't roll your eyes at me. I had to go through the same thing eons ago. Worst that can happen is someone chops your head off, and then you end up back here. Death is no longer an issue for you. Embrace it. Speak to me when you're ready to go. Be sure to leave anything important in your vault. You won't believe the stuff some people take down with them and then lose.
Alright, fine. It's a good thing he brought up rolling his eyes, because I was like, oh yeah, dude, you arbitrarily hid the thing I need behind some kind of pit or something else like that. I don't know where I'm trying to go right now. Like, that's not very pit looking. We gotta find this pit, man. Where's the pit at? Alright, let's go. I just talked to him again.
It should be somewhere down here. High chance someone or something has picked it up. Just knock some stuff down. I'm sure you'll find it eventually. Just like before, use the Obelisk and bring back any items you have when you do.
Alright, well, it looks like it resets your level when you go on in. Alright, well, since we've started leveling up again, I probably want my spin to win before anything else. It looks like we dinged up twice, so I'll get my right-click Thunder Blast, and then from there, we've got a chest on this side. Let's see what we got. So we've got a Ephemeral Bandage. Unlocks 400 locked health over 40 seconds. No idea what that means, but I assume we will figure it out at some point. I'll put it on my 1 key. I don't think we've really lost any health anyways, and it looks like we're slowly regenerating. A little damage buff right there. Definitely take that. Spin to win! I have chosen the most skillless ability with which to dispatch you, sir. Alright, ooh, it actually caught me with that one. I took a little bit of pain right there. Looks like we get some HP back when we level. So assuming that there's going to be other players inside of this thing, it's actually kind of a combat arena in all fairness. So it looks like the ways that you're going to be able to heal are going to be fairly limited as far as the game is concerned. And it also looks like it's going to be pretty rapid fire. So I'm guessing if we take a look at the map right now, it doesn't look like the layout is that large. So it's going to kind of be a scramble to see who can grab different shrines to give them an advantage over the other people that are on the map so that you can smash them and get out quick. It actually looks like it's going to be a very, very condensed experience from what I've seen so far. But I don't know that to be true. That's just kind of like the vibe that I'm getting at the moment from the map design and the way that it chucked us on in here. We do have an armor over here with some Reaper rows, but it says I have no room left. Hold on. How do I not have room left? I mean, it doesn't really look like I need that thing anyways. I don't even have a bag yet, so like I think we're just supposed to find the shard. It's also possible that I'm trying to extrapolate like long-term gameplay ramifications from what is effectively a tutorial dungeon, and all the other dungeons we go into might be considerably larger. A little bit of lightning off right there, maybe dash out. Okay, feed them up with the Warhammer smackies. Couple more level ups to play around with too. Some more Reaper robes on the ground. The good news is, if you don't have room in your actual inventory, you can look at it from over here and equip it that way, and it'll put your old one on the ground, because it was a very slight upgrade. Okay, I do want my stun back, so I'll put a little bit into my stun, and it looks like there's a chest over here. I don't even know if there's a point looting it. So far, we haven't gotten anything that looks special. I will take more bandages though. Bandages feel like they'd be a good idea. I'm guessing down here is where the enemy's going to be at that has our mirror shard so that we can go to the greater realm. We'll have to wait and see. Those guys, I thought they were enemies for a second, dude. I thought they were trying to take me down. Yeah, just light that off right there. Maybe a little bit of that action right there just to keep them nice and pinned down while I bludgeon them to death. I would like the sledgehammer combo to be a little bit more interesting. Just like 3 overhead bops in a row is not the most compelling of attack cycle. Like, I don't know, give every single weapon in the game kind of like its own little AoE pattern that it goes through that gives advantages and setbacks. What was that one again? That was Reaper's Pursuit. I don't really care about that, so let's just level up the Whirlwind. Give them a little bit of lightning right there. Oh, Bjorn Scotty's back, dude. Bjorn Scotty already caught it to the face, and yet he's back up in here trying to cause problems once again for me and mine. Let's get him with the, yeah, a little bit of that right there. Just deplete that HP meter, would you? Perfect. Okay, this guy, let's stun him up. Is he dead? Oh, nice, dude. Oh, there's our mirror shard. I guess they repurposed poor Bjorn Scotty just to be the guardian of the mirror shard after I whooped his ass already, just to, like, guarantee that they gave me a challenge I could deal with. There we go. You guys sit the hell down. Is my Whirlwind back up? That's pretty much going to be the main question that I ask the entire time that I play this game, because only Whirlwind satisfies me. There is no other satisfaction to be found other than Whirlwind. 10 HP per second for 40 seconds. It's hard to say how long this has been open, but it still works just kind of slowly. Okay, we'll throw that in over there. And then since we got the mirror shard, we can get the hell out of here. There we go. Now the gate's open. I think I did it too slowly last time. I wasn't paying. I thought that I just had to last that long when in fact it was a time limit for how fast you had to kill the mobs. So I just kind of misread this. That's what I look like now, because that's definitely not what I look like. I would like to look like that. That guy looks significantly tougher than what my character looks like right now, but maybe we'll get there. My Reaper rank has increased. Fully restore your health, including locked health, for a fee. Locked health can't be regenerated by conventional means, but must be restored here in the sanctuary or with specific consumables. Do I have any money? I don't have any money, so I don't think that that's going to work out. Let's close that off, and inside the Reformation neck, I'm regenerating a little bit anyways. I doubt we're going to regenerate enough to get like 600 health back, but I did have, do I still have all my bandages and everything? I was going to say, dude, because it says that my bandage brings back my locked health, so like, let's run one of those. Actually, doesn't look like I can use consumables inside of here. I'm pushing the buttons, but nothing's happening. So I guess we'll just talk to the Grim Reaper. Grim Reaper, what you got cracking right now, brother?
You may act as my hand and enjoy the privileges that confers. I shall leave you in a moment. I have others like you to assess. You must expand this place, your sanctuary, this petition of yours. Finally, a warning in parting. You will encounter others in my service. Know that you are all in service to yourselves as well. You are as likely to meet foe as you are ally, if not more so. It is of little concern to me if you choose to bash each other's skulls in with such enthusiastic frequency. Farewell.
The Reaper trials sort out the wheat from the chaff, but I saw your potential from the start. So, you now have access to the realms. You'll need resources from out there to start repairing this place. Start by rebuilding the Whisperway. I've been ordered to look into some matters in the realms of fate, Midgard, Helheim, that sort of thing. Which means I want you to look into something there. There's someone who can help. Use the Whisperway to reach them. Remember, you can only bring back items via an obelisk. Dying will just slow you down now, but it is still an inconvenience. Go back to the pit if you need some new robes. You should be able to find some from, failed candidates. Oh, one more thing. Good luck. We're gonna need it.
Alright, well, let me unstash all my stuff over here so that if I die horrifically, I still have, like, oh, he gave me, like, all kinds of loot. Okay, well, at least I've got some backup freebie kit, man. He gave me gold, too, which is nice. I'll definitely take some, I'll take some shillings and whatnot. Do I need more than 5 potions? I have no idea. Probably don't need more than 5 bandages. What does that one do? Potion of speed? Probably hold on to that too. What is that thing? A mirror shard? Alright, I feel cool with this arrangement. What was I supposed to do? I was supposed to touch something. Oh yeah, I was supposed to touch this thing over here. Let's go touch it. The Whisper Way. Dunzos. What does it do? Well, we can now talk to Ratatosker, which is apparently our buddy who's a squirrel, so that's pretty sick. I had pet squirrels all the time when I was growing up as a kid. I don't know if you guys had pet squirrels, but I had pet squirrels. I think, would like a couple medium backpacks because my inventory space is catastrophically terrible. And then he's also got quests. Okay, so he wants me to give him 5 stone and then come back to him. All right, I'll grab that. Let me go slap on a backpack real quick. Hey, and looky there. Now we have 2 giant inventory areas. Okay, that's good. Does the backpack show up on my character? Oh, it does. I've actually got like a big-ass hiking backpack. So I have the mirror shard and I have the heart, which means I can rebuild this thing, which hopefully allows me to access the world map and start doing stuff. So I can play Helheim right now. Okay, the next map is going to be Midgard. So it looks like the maps actually rotate. All right, let's dive on in. Oof. Been here for like 8 seconds and I can already tell that it smells bad. You ever like see scenery in a video game and just know to yourself that's about to smell awful up in here? Like, it's gotta be just straight up offensive to the senses. There we go. Ow, bro! Okay, splodies, but we did get 14 gold, so that's good. 14 gold will definitely help out. Let's go see what we can grab and actually see. Oh, the map's actually pretty big. Okay, well then my initial thoughts were absolutely wrong. All I have is auto attack right now, so let's just bludgeon these guys down until I get access to some more abilities. Obviously, we're going to grab Whirlwind real quick. Anything lootable here? Yeah, Druidic Vest. Okay, is Druidic Vest good? Cosmic, physical, health points, weapon resource power, don't know what that means. Slap it on. I mean, it does look sexier than the previous outfit that I had. I'm just going to throw that on the ground because that's like trash free kit newbie loot, dude. That's like the Makarov and the P.A.K.A. that they give you in Tarkov when you screw up and get yourself murdered and have nothing left. Like, I'm not trying to rock with that loadout. Would you guys like to get winded with the whirl? Yeah, dude. Enjoy that. Looks like we got mushrooms over here. Okay, I'll pick those. And then over on this side, we've got a chest. There's iron chain in there. I can just right-click to grab everything. It looks like we've also got wooden poles. We've got a recipe for Druidic Vests, so we can craft our own, and then some more bandages. Okay, I can live with that. Is there going to be any kind of ring or anything that's going to collapse on me if I don't get out of here fast enough? Is this just like a cosmic TV show? So like all the servants of the Reaper are just kind of watching me blunder my way through this experience. A little bit of damage right there, but I think it'll buff out. It looks like when your health gets locked down though, because our bar has like multiple states. Just keep smashing, bro. Just keep hacking and whacking and smacking. I'm gonna get my stun. Big movement speed buff right there. Definitely want that. Just whirl around these idiots real quick. Do the mobs get tougher, like, as the match goes longer and longer and longer, thus, like, skill capping out the people that didn't work fast enough or bring in enough gear to be effective? Okay, definitely not going to get hit by that arrow. No, thank you. I will blast you with lightning, though. Movement so far does feel pretty good and responsive. Like, I don't feel like I'm getting hit by stuff that I don't intend to be hit by. But I am going to need my dash to, like, stay off cooldown as much as possible. 2 more of them down. No level up from that, huh? Is that guy hiding in the bushes? You little bush-hiding bastard. Give me... Oh, that's a mine? Oh, Jesus. Okay. Yeah, mine's a problem. Let me use a bandage to maybe get some of my locked health back. Yeah, I see the red portion of my meter going up right now. Okay, it's going to take a little while, though, for it to come to, like, its full fruition. If I drink that, can I have them active at the same time? I can. Very nice. All right, so that should work us on the way back to having some actual HP meter to work with here. Got you. Forgot that I did not have my stun back yet. Oh, there's more of you coming back, huh? Hey, there's a level up. I'll take that. All right, so with that level up, I'm going to pick up... Let's just go with... Oh, I can't level up my auto attack, huh? Okay, well, let's go with Stronger Whirlwind, as we've been doing previously. I still want to look around the map a little bit more. It says we've got, like, 40 minutes to roll through this place and loot. And so, really, just kind of imagine what other players with the same abilities would be like on here. I feel like that's fairly easy to do. Like, as a guy that plays video games for a living, I can see what they're going for right now. It's basically an arena-fied version of, like, Albion Online. That's kind of what it reminds me of. Is like, what if, and I don't know if they have this. I haven't played Albion Online in a very, very long time, but I did enjoy Albion Online tremendously when I did play it. I was part of like a big guild that was actually competing on like a server level, and it was fun taking over map nodes and fighting other armies and stuff like that. But I can kind of see what they're going for with the action influence content that they've got already. If you threw a couple more players on this map, I will admit that like going with PvE mode was probably a mistake for this video, because I think it does make it pretty easy, actually. Like, none of these mobs are actively a threat, and I think they should be. I think the standard set with games like Tarkov, where scavs are just kind of like this annoyance that never kills you, except for when they accidentally headshot you on accident based on RNG. I always thought that was bad. I always thought that, like, these scavs in Escape from Tarkov should be, like, a big-ass threat. Like, they should be a problem. Like, other players should be a problem, but the PvE should also be a gnarly problem. Maybe once we get further on into the game, or maybe once the map levels up a little bit, the mobs will be a little bit scarier, but for right now, they don't particularly feel like a threat, especially at the time where my character's at his weakest and, like, hasn't leveled up yet. You sort of expect this to be the gnarlier portion of the game, but the addition of more players on the map, you can kind of tell what they'd be going for in that, hey, I'm looting right now, you little bastard. Or I'm trying to get my hands on some fat loot, and you're over here clawing at my ankles. Get out of my ears. I will take the gold, a key to the flesh cleft. To escape the shadow of his wings, some unworthy dug into the flesh and viscera that makes up Nastrond itself. There they found some semblance of peace until you came along. Okay, those give me fat physical resistance, so I'll throw those on right now. Viking boots are doing the exact same thing, so I'll throw those on real quick. No telling if we're going to be able to actually feel that difference as we start fighting enemy mobs, but I'll take it. I haven't found any stone. What does stone look like? Is that stone? Yeah, it's got to be stone right there. Oh, it's moss. Never mind. Let's strike out in a different direction and see if we can find those rocks that Ratatosker wanted. Couple of big mob. What's he going to do? Okay, so he's got like a chargy thing. That guy's throwing a javelin. Gotcha. Light that off. I do think that they could probably have a little bit more of a smooth transition in between channeled abilities and then casting a new ability. I don't know. I like to blend my abilities together so that, like, I get midway through a whirlwind channel and then I jump out of it. If you're not going to be able to do more complex combat tactics like that, I think it's going to hold the game back a little bit. Yeah, like, see, I can't cancel my whirlwind to do another ability out of it, and so there is a certain amount of fluidity that gets lost right there. There we go. You guys just all die. Give me your money. Sick. And then will this give me stone, or is it just going to give me moss again? It gave me moss again. We got to figure out. Maybe it's just like a random drop percentage, but who knows? Yeah, just take all real quick and then close that off. Smash these dudes up. Get them with the whirlwind. All right. Although, I guess if there was other players on the map... Oh, does it have simulated other players? It may. Oh, that's kind of interesting. I actually sort of dig that. That gives it almost like an SP Tarkov kind of bent to it. I don't know if you guys have ever played SP Tarkov, but there is a mod for Tarkov that makes the game fully moddable and also fully single player. And there's other, because there's so many quests that require you to kill like members of a faction that are normally filled in by players. They've got bots that do all kinds of crazy stuff once you mod them out on the map. And so that's actually good that they've got simulated players on in here. I didn't expect that. That hammer is better than my hammer. What does it do for me? Oh, it gives me life leech? Hell yeah, dude. A salvaged linen. Okay, all right. Let's continue trucking. We've got potion of fortification, Drenger boots. A little bit more wood right there. Are the Drenger boots any good? Drenger boots have 90 resistance. Can I hold down a key to see the comparison? They're not as good as what I have. And it looks like there's actually set bonuses to these things as well. Yeah, I can definitely see what they're going for here. Like, they're trying to take something like an action RPG, merge it with almost like a MOBA-style map, and then give it extraction mechanics. But it's definitely much more of an arena game than a lot of the other extraction games out there, where it's like a hot drop in, get in, get out, and each round is meant to be played very, very quickly from what I see so far. What did I just do? Oh, I got new abilities? Oh, different weapons have different abilities. Interesting. Okay. Oh, this weapon's way better than my last one. It also allows me to fart out smoke clouds of death that impede my enemy's eyes. What other abilities did I get? I've got Reaper's Throw, so I throw a skull, deals damage to the enemy on contact. I can also throw my hammer. Okay. What else is inside of here? Anything else that I can, like, carry with me? We still haven't picked up, like, any stone. We got a cubic stone right there. I don't know if a cubic stone... What happens when it hits that skull right there? Slain enemies respawn in increasingly difficult waves after certain periods of time. Good. That's what I like to see. There's so few extraction games out there where the PvE is actually a threat that, like, I want to play an extraction game where the PvE is the principal threat, way more deadly than players, thus encouraging people to kind of, like, band together instead of being rat-like and shoot each other in the back. The world is more unstable. I would like that aura to be stronger because it's awesome. Yeah, throw your hammer at those dudes. And can I do anything while that's out there? I cannot. Okay, throw a skull at that dude. That did not do as much damage as I had desperately hoped it would do. I kind of missed my old hammer and my spin to win. I find that to be a little bit of a bummer. Not like a massive bummer, but, you know, like a little bit of a bummer. I guess you guys can have my Reaper's aura. Does it cool down faster when I upgraded it? It does. Good. That's exactly what I was hoping, because that thing had a long-ass cooldown on it the last time that I used it. Looks like they're getting a little more damage soaky for sure. It may be time for us to get out of here, even though the entire point of me being here was to gather stone. I don't know what my hammer just did right there, but it did something. Grab the gold. There is stone over on this side. I'll grab more moss, man. I don't want the moss. I want rocks. What do rocks look like? Pay 1,500 gold to extract. Do I even have 1,500 gold? A dragon just flew over. What happens if we get all the way to the end of the timer? Is it one of those situations where, like, everybody on grid gonna die if you get to that point? I do like the passive damage potential of this hammer, but I don't know if I'm completely and totally in love with it. Throw a skull. Definitely needs a better spell effect for the skull. If I throw that over there and then I come over here, it looks like I can summon it back to myself. I was hoping when it passed through that guy, it would do damage and, like, kill him as I called it back to me, but I don't think it worked like that. We got doggies and all kinds of stuff running around. Oh, there's another player down here. Well, a simulated player. I'm going to let him take the brunt of this entire situation. And then I'm going to pop that real quick so that I get a little bit of freebie damage while I'm cruising through here. Maybe throw a skull at him. It may be time for another healing potion, too. Give me a healing potion real quick. He is ticking away, but he's taking a lot of damage before he goes. Throw that over there, and then we'll just kite him out for a second. Oh, when you dash, it calls your hammer back, too. Interesting. I did not expect that. Did that loot everything? Hold on. I gotta kill this guy real quick. You, stop it. You're being a pain in my butthole. Ephemeral bandage. Okay, give me that. What was in here? Was there anything good in here? Just money? All right, I'll take money. Money's fine. And then over on this side, we've got a bunch of linen and some gold. I'll take it. That sounds okay. What is that? What's that thing that just flashed right there? What does that do? I don't like it when things are happening and I'm unaware of the mechanic in front of me. Do I have 1,500 gold? How much gold have I looted? 792? We should probably get the hell out of here. Also, I'm going to take this shrine. There we go. Give me that fat regeneration before we extract. Is that an extractor right there? Reach it and extract. Okay. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Let's go for the extractor. I'll probably upgrade my hammer throw a little bit. We're full up on our inventory, so no time to get greedy. I do like the environmental effects, little things like bats flying around as you go past certain clefts and things of that nature. But hopefully this isn't one of those evacs that forces me to, like, fight a bunch of ways before I go. Am I cool to just, like, leave? Ah, we've got ye old channeling meter. Well, we didn't get any of the stuff that I was going for, but we did survive, so that's nice. We, like, made it out. We're Reaper rank 2 right now, so I'm guessing certain upgrades and things are going to be locked by that. We'll refill health to the maximum, and then what do I need to, like, upgrade other things? So we've got challenges over here. We can upgrade our vault. We've got the Nexus. That right there needs iron ore to get the soul glass. Okay. We're going to need a lot more stone, though. Is what I'm really seeing here before we can get some more facilities. All in all, first impressions are okay-ish. I think this definitely needs some more time on the burner to, like, flesh out, but I do think they have a concrete visual style figured out. I do think that most of the attacks feel pretty good, although I would like to be able, as I said, to, like, channel out of various attacks. That way, if I'm channeling, I can instantly go into another ability and cut off that cast at the exact moment that I want to in order to increase mobility. Right now, you can't really do that, which does mean that when casting abilities, it does feel kind of stiff at the moment. But all in all, you know, they're working on something that is unique in the overall assemblage of the extraction genre that's out there right now. It does feel unique. It's definitely a very streamlined, much faster version, almost a MOBA-influenced, almost RTS-influenced, arena-influenced version of an extraction survival game, like a scavenging game, and so I dig it so far. I definitely play around with the PvP a little bit too, just to see how it feels, but I do like the fact that they simulate players being on the map. They're going to want to make sure that that AI is extra vicious, though. On top of that, make the PvE an actual threat, dude. Don't just make it like feeder mobs, all of something like Dota that, like, are no threat to the actual player themselves. Like, there should definitely be mobs on the field that are a big threat, that drop big loot, and you can get, like, interrupted while you're fighting with them and whatnot by other players trying to get that fat loot. But anyways, I'm gonna cease from extrapolating too much, or at least engaging in too much conjecture here. It feels fine. Another year and a half on the burner to really polish things up and get the gameplay idea fully into its final faceted diamond form, and I'd say I'd give it a go. I'll see y'all later. This is God's Death and Reapers, a little playtest that they allowed me to access. My name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day so that you don't have to. I will see you all tomorrow with something hot and fresh off the indie skillet, but for now, that's all I got for you, folks. Bye.